If you own or are thinking about buying a HondaRebel, then you might want to think about this. The stock exhaust that comes with the HondaRebel will absolutely be in the way if you ever intend on using a paddock stand to do your own maintenance. I realised this problem after I bought it. The only solution is to either remove it every time you want to do your own maintenance or just replace it with one that does fit. So here's a video of me doing that. Now, believe it or not, this is actually an Amazon find. I couldn't believe it myself. It was really cheap and it sounds great too. You're going to need to remove this bolt and this bolt. That's pretty much it. This is very, very low maintenance. I love the fact that the Honda cmx500 is made specifically, or the HondaRebels in general, are made so that it's really easy to customize. So remove those two bolts and pop it off. I think they're a 10 or a 12 mil, I can't remember, and I forgot to show the camera the bit size, but trust me, it's either a 10 or a 12 mil. Like I said, the removal process is dead simple. Undo them and twist it off, as you'll see here. All I've done is pulled the bolts out, and I'm now twisting this to pull it off. The seal, or rather the adjoining part of the exhaust, of the new exhaust that I'm about to put on, is very, very tight. You might need to clean off some of the old dust and grime from your exhaust. The other thing is, I forget what this little thingy-majigger is called, but this little silver thing in my hand, the grip, you're going to want to make sure that you put that on first before sliding the exhaust on there. Otherwise, you're never going to get it over any of these pieces on the exhaust. So put that on first, then put your exhaust on. It will fit. It's just extremely tight. So make sure that you do that. Also, for those of you who care, I'm not an influencer. I'm not here trying to sell you an exhaust. The only reason, as I said in the beginning, that I changed this exhaust is so that I've got easy access with my paddock stand. That's it. I just want to be able to maintain my bike. I do most of my own maintenance and I like learning. I'm also not a mechanic. So if you're just a person that likes to, do the odd jobs around the house and get things done yourself, and you're a bit like me and you want to learn how to do this stuff yourself, I'm just here to show you that it's a lot simpler than you probably think. This is the exhaust from Amazon. I think it was under £85. So here, you want to make sure that these line up. Now, I made a little bit of a silly error, as you can see. I was trying to line it up with the outside of the bolt hole there. It should be on the inside, which is why I couldn't actually get it to line up. So it should be behind that, which you'll see I'm about to fix in a second. But something as simple as this had me stumbling for about 5 minutes, I think, and I could not get these pins to line up. And you have to put a very, very tight spring from the top two pins and the bottom two pins. So, or hooks, whatever you want to call them. So you're going to need those to be lined up, and you're going to need to tighten that little silver grip, whatever the hell that's called. Like I said, not a mechanic. But it's really dead simple. Really, really simple. A child could do it. It's Lego. There you can see I've put it behind where it should be, and those pins or hooks, whatever you want to call them, they now line up. And I don't know if you could tell, but there is a little seam there in the middle of the exhaust where there's a bit of a gap. As soon as you've got the hooks, the springs on there, you're going to find that just disappears. So yeah. The bolts that will go through the top part of that exhaust will hold that in. This is it finished. It's literally a 10-minute job, if that. All I've put on there, by the way, that's made it shine like that is a bit of ACF 50 because my hands were really sweaty after finishing this. It was a hot day, so I just put some ACF 50 all over it. It was for a protectant and a anti-rust and a rust prevention. The rest of this video is pretty much me showing you the sound, so I guess that's what a lot of you will be doing this for. And I will say this, it sounds 100 times better. It doesn't even nearly pick up quite how good it is on the camera, unfortunately, but I'd say it's about 50% louder than it was, which really isn't an issue for me. I don't care about this whole loud pipes save lives thing, but it's just a deep, deep rumble in comparison to what was there. And that I do like, because if you've got the HondaRebel, you'll know that the sound of the exhaust kind of sucks. If that's your thing, then definitely go for it. But here's the sound.
A little rev. That's lovely. Right, so this is how it sounds. Okay, we're going home.